Hello all, welcome to my channel, it's Mariella. Today I'm going to be doing another what's in my bag video, this time everyday essentials edition, and it's going to feature one of my favourite bags. I am very much a bag girl. I love bags. I love what they represent, which is to me preparedness. I love being able to carry what I need or what I think I need when I'm out. It can really add to your whole outfit or look, but honestly I just love how they're really functional and helpful. That said, I am quite picky about my bags because not only do they have to be practical and suit the style that I'm looking for, but I also really want them to last. So it's not often that I see one and I'm like, oh my god, yes, I need this. However, I saw this one video. It was a what's in my bag video featuring this bag, I think in a slightly different color, and I fell in love. I was influenced. It is the soft Boston EW bag from Marge Sherwood, which is a very popular South Korean bag. They have a lot of really nice minimalist vintage style bags, and I instantly fell in love with this one, the baguette style in this color. This one is in washed brown, but they do have quite a variety of different colors and also different leathers like suede. I got this in January for my birthday from my parents and Nana, so I'm really grateful about that. It was ordered from Farfetch, shipped from this store in Italy and delivered to here in the UK. It is available on the Marge Sherwood website. They do ship worldwide and it is cheaper on there, but they don't manage the custom duties and the import tax. So if you do live outside South Korea, you would have to do that yourselves. But yeah, so I got this bag earlier this year and I've been using it ever since. I use it as my everyday essentials shoulder bag. So I'll show you what I usually carry with me in this bag, what I'll actually fit, and then after I'll do a little review, share some of my thoughts on this bag overall, just in case you were interested in buying this one, because I do adore this bag. It really is one of my favorite ones, but there are just a couple of things that I wish I knew before buying it, and because on this channel I am trying to promote intentional shopping, I did want to share these thoughts because when I was looking at this bag there weren't that many reviews at that time. So yeah, it's just some things to think about, but I do hope you enjoy this video. So first, what the bag looks like on the inside. There is quite a lot of things in here, but it is quite spacious. It does hold quite a bit. It's got two pockets, so one zip pocket on this side and also just another pocket on the other side as well. In terms of what I bring, in the main compartment I have my card holder. I usually pay for most of my things with my phone with Apple Pay, but I do try to bring my card holder just in case. You never know when you have to withdraw cash or if you need your actual card to pay for things, and it also has my ID, so I do try to bring this with me whenever I'm out. This one, I love this one, is from Aspinall of London. My sister got it for me for my birthday a couple of years ago and I just love it. It's very compact and it's just easy to take around. And then next I've got my camera. So this is my digital camera. This is the Kodak FZ55. I got this 2 years ago when I saw a lot of digicam pic posts on TikTok, and this one was a really well recommended one. This one I got for £125. This one was new. I got it from a seller from eBay. I really like how the pictures turn out on this camera, and people were saying that this is a dupe for the Canon G7X. It takes really good pictures and it's also a tenth of how much the G7X costs now, which is just crazy. But yeah, so I love this. I love how compact it is. I do keep it in this case. Next, I carry some tissues with me and also some antiperspirant wipes. This one I got from Amazon for £4. I need to carry this around with me, especially in the summer, because I do tend to get a bit sweaty during the summer. It's just nice to have something to refresh if you need it. Here I've also got my AirPods, a hair tie, and then I've got my hand cream. This one is one of my favorite hand creams. It's from Garnier, the hand intensive hand intensive 7 days. I got this from Boots. It's a very moisturizing hand cream, good thickness, it absorbs very well. I have really dry hands, and for some reason this year I started developing eczema on this hand during the summer. Usually I have like really dry hands during the winter and it goes away in the summer, but this summer it's just stayed. So that's why I bought this recently from the brand Delicious. It is their best-selling Mighty Moisture Bombs, and I've seen a couple of videos on TikTok and Instagram on it and how it's really good for healing dry skin and skin conditions like eczema. I bought this literally a couple of days ago from Amazon because it was free delivery and I just needed something to really target those specific areas. I've only used a bit of it. I haven't used it enough to see if it's going to make a big difference to my skin yet, but I have been applying it a couple times a day since since I got it. The consistency is very light, a little bit greasy, but honestly it absorbs really well. It is quite gritty. I expected that because I saw some reviews saying it is quite gritty. I can't tell right now whether it's going to help my eczema. I do feel like I do have to reapply it often, especially after I've washed my hands, just to keep those areas really moisturized. I love how easy it is to just carry this with me as well, so that's also in my bag. Next, I also have a pen. Always useful to have a pen, you never know. I also have my Kindle, of course. I'm currently reading Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt, and I'm enjoying it so far. I'm halfway through. It's very different from the books that I usually read, thrillers and romantasy. I honestly didn't know what it was about, but it's just a story about this really lovely elderly lady, Tova, and her friendship with this octopus called Marcellus, and that's all I'm going to tell you, but it's really sweet. Recently I bought a sleeve of my Kindle from Amazon just to protect it, because even though I have a screen protector on it, I don't know if you can probably see, I'm so sorry, it's probably got like so many fingerprints on it. It is quite scratched up just by random things in my bag, I guess. When I'm reading, I don't notice the scratches at all, but I do want to protect it, so that's why I bought this sleeve. But if I put it in this sleeve, it doesn't really fit in this bag, especially with all the other things I have in it. Without the sleeve, it is already quite a challenge to just try to fit it in the bag. I do have to kind of put it in a specific angle and like move things around, so it doesn't fit comfortably in the bag itself, and it definitely won't with the sleeve. So that's just like another thing. Sometimes I do think it is just a bit too small. And the next thing I have is my mini water bottle, and I know some of you might think it's a bit ridiculous to have a water bottle this small, but I always have to carry a water bottle with me. It's one of my essentials, and as you can see, anything bigger, it will really struggle to fit in this bag with everything else I have. Otherwise, I would normally carry my Chili's water bottle. This one fits in most of my other bags, and it actually fits in this bag as well, however without the Kindle. So I have to choose between my Kindle and my water bottle, and I know it sounds very extra, it sounds very consumer core to have a specific water bottle for specific bags, but honestly, even just a small water bottle like this just makes me feel so much better when I'm out, because I just never know when I'm going to need it, when I'm just going to need a sip of water. I always have this thing when I'm on the train. I'm really worried that I'll have like a cough attack and I don't have any water. It's happened a couple of times where I feel a cough attack coming, and I try my best to like hold it in, because I just don't want to be like coughing everywhere in the train, and I have to get off the train until I calm myself down. So that's why I always try to have at least some sort of water with me. This is my overpacking mindset coming in, but it is definitely an essential for me. Now onto the pockets. So in this pocket here, all I've got is just a hair comb. This one is from Gucci Beauty, and it just comes out like this, and Leilana actually got this for free at the airport. It was in duty free, and it was like one of those stands where if you spin the wheel you might get something for free, and she did that and she got this one. So I'm really glad she bought it, because I wouldn't have just bought a Gucci comb for myself. But I find these really handy, especially when it's really windy. My hair gets very messy and just like knotted, so it's always nice to have a comb just to kind of on hand, and it's very compact. And lastly, in the zipped compartment, I've got my keys. I always try to keep my keys safe on a key leash or in a pocket, because you just never know, it could just fall out. And lastly, in this pocket and in this bag, I've got my lip products. This one is my go-to and my one of only two lip combos. It is the Huda Beauty lip contour in the shade Warm Brown, and then the Rhode Peptide in Espresso. These are honestly my favorites. The lip contour glides onto the lips so smoothly, it's not drying, and the color actually stays for a while. And I love the consistency of this peptide. It doesn't feel too sticky. The color Espresso is just perfect, and it's also very moisturizing. And I also carry the Refine Lip Buff, and I really like this. Sometimes I really need to exfoliate my lips, get rid of the dead skin cells, especially if you put a lot of products on your lips, it could just build up as well. So this is really good at getting rid of that, and it makes for a better application. It's supposed to plump your lips, but to be honest, I don't really notice much of a difference, or because I mainly use it for the exfoliating properties. Now I just wanted to share some of my thoughts on this bag overall. As I mentioned, I absolutely love this bag. It really is one of my favorite bags. However, there are just some things that I wish I knew before I bought it. So first of all, the size itself. As you saw, this bag actually fits quite a lot. It is very spacious. It's so easy as well to rummage through the bag. It's got a really good opening like this, and it's got 2 zips. But like I mentioned, it is smaller than what I expected, and that's honestly because I thought it looked a bit bigger in the pictures and in the videos that I saw, and I didn't check the dimensions online because I just thought it looked big enough, and honestly it is. I wouldn't say it's like a mini bag because it does fit quite a lot. It really just depends on what you carry with you, and as you saw, I do carry things like my Kindle and also water bottle. I feel like without those things, this bag would be easy to go through. Like, it's not just the case where I could just put everything in the bag and it's fine. I do have to make sure that certain things like my Kindle are angled in a certain way just so I'd be able to close it properly without misshaping the actual bag itself. So that's just one thing that I wish I knew, because I only saw this bag for the first time when I ordered it from Farfetch, and when I opened it, that was the first thing that came to my mind, that it's a beautiful bag, but oh my gosh, it's a bit smaller. And then speaking of size, I would also say that the straps are also just a bit shorter than I expected or what I would want ideally. When I got this bag, it was in January. When I'm out, I have a jacket on, a big puffy jacket, and it was quite hard to keep the bag on my shoulder on top of my jacket, which was quite puffy, so I had to keep holding onto it just so it doesn't keep slipping off. Now that I'm just wearing this top and I have nothing else on, it fits perfectly because I'm also 5 foot, so that's something to keep in mind. And then lastly, the wear of this bag. So the wash brown comes in this soft leather, which as you can see has some creases and wrinkles that give it a more vintage look. I do actually really like this soft leather. However, it does mark easily because of the soft leather nature. It does attract a lot of scratches. As you can see, it already has quite a few scratches on the bag, and honestly I do try to be careful when wearing this bag. I don't baby it, but I am more careful compared to my other ones just because this one is more expensive, but still there's quite a few marks on the actual bag itself, but from afar I honestly don't notice it, and I just like the way it wears as well. It gives it more character, as they say, and I think when it comes to scratches and marks on soft leather, it looks so much better compared to if you had scratches on a really smooth leather bag. So that was it for this video. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching. I really enjoy these kind of videos. As much as I'm trying to be a conscious consumer, I'll always appreciate a good investment on a good product that will bring you value, and of course the importance of buying that thing at the right time. And I do think having a good bag is a really good investment as long as it's practical, cute, and within the budget. And I am really happy with this one. It's definitely going to be a piece that I will love, use, and cherish for as long as I can. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a lovely day ahead, and bye.